Level 1. You open the app before the sun fully rises. The room is dim. The monitor casts blue light on your face. You check the camera angle. You check the mic level. You check the chat just to be sure someone is there. You start anyway, because that is what you do. You practice voice and presence. You practice patience. Your hands tremble the first 5 minutes. Then steady. You learn how to begin without perfection. You learn to speak to the person who might appear on the other side. One viewer joins. 2. A notification pings, and you feel a tiny rush. You hold space for them. You treat them like a guest in your living room. You talk about ordinary things. You build ritual. You learn the rhythm of showing up. It becomes less frightening. Not easier, but quieter inside. Level 2. You taste the feedback loop. You earn badges, followers, stars. You count them like small victories. You also count the silences. You learn to separate numbers from self-worth. You practice saying, "I did my best today." You practice stepping away when the numbers start to feel like a verdict. You calibrate focus between growth and grounding. You study analytics in the afternoon light. You celebrate trends. You mourn dips. You decide which content to double down on. You decide which parts of you to protect. You discover limits. You discover patterns in what makes people stay. You reward consistency. You punish inconsistency. You realize that the grind should not swallow your weekends. You test boundaries. You say no to one collaboration that feels off. You say yes to another that feels like home. You learn you can design the life you want, slowly. Level 3. There are nights when the chat is kind. There are nights when it is merciless. A joke lands, someone laughs. A joke fails, you apologize. You learn to hold humility. You learn to hold accountability. You learn to separate intent from impact. You own mistakes in front of a few hundred strangers. You apologize sincerely. You lose some people. You keep the ones who matter. You read the messages that sting, and you let them inform but not define you. You practice resilience like a craft. You take breaks that look brave and obvious. You cultivate friends outside the screen, because the mirror of validation is fragile. You fill your life with offline anchors. A walk. A call to someone who loves you unconditionally. A book. You remember why you started. You reconnect with the first spark that had nothing to do with numbers. Level 4. You build routines around energy, not just schedule. You learn that streaming on autopilot is visible. You arrive present or not at all. You find rituals that help you enter flow. A warm drink. A sound check. A 2-minute breathing practice. You greet regulars by name. You name new people, too. You treat community like a garden. You weed, water, and celebrate growth. You set community rules gently but firmly. You enforce them when you must. You reward generosity. You create spaces where people feel held. You also create rules to protect yourself. You keep a spare camera off stage. You keep a private account for days when you need to be just you. You learn to be generous and guarded at once. Level 5. Monetization arrives like weather. It could be a warm day. It could be a sudden storm. You negotiate brand deals. You calculate rates. You say no to things that compromise your voice. You say yes to collaborations that amplify your values. You balance passion and promise. You hire a person to help you with chat when community grows. You outsource the parts that exhaust you. You protect creative time. You set boundaries around free labor. You learn taxes, invoices, receipts. You become a small company of one. You decide what success means beyond bank numbers. It includes rest. It includes time with people who are real and messy. It includes projects that make you proud. Level 6. You face comparisons. Someone else grows faster. Someone else has a different spark. You look away and breathe. You remember talent is not a zero-sum game. You root for others when you can. You learn from them when you must. You build friendships with peers. You learn collaboration over envy. You find mentors. You mentor when you can. You acknowledge that every path is different. You accept that you will pivot. You keep experimenting. You try a new format. You fail spectacularly and laugh about it later. You iterate. You celebrate small wins as part of a longer arc. Level 7. The years will move faster than live streams. You will look back at old clips. You will be humbled and proud. You will recognize growth in your voice. You will recognize scars you earned honestly. You will have built something that matters to you. Maybe it is a community. Maybe it is a skill set. Maybe it is independence. You will learn to be kinder to your past self. You will promise to protect your future self. You will teach the next person who asks. You will keep showing up when it feels valuable. You will step away when it is time to heal. You will keep the rituals that anchor you. You will keep choosing presence over pleasing. In the quiet after the stream ends, you breathe. You close the app. You turn the lights down. You are a creator. You're also a person. You live a life that leaned in gently. You learn that the camera is a mirror, not a judge. You learn that your worth was never in numbers. You learned how to be seen and still be whole. You go to bed knowing you showed up. Tomorrow, you will open the app again.